don't see them taking care of the Packers here. I'm going to lay the 5.5 points.
Yeah, I'm all over this one too. I'm rolling with Saints. I'm laying the number. This is a tough team to go against. I'm back on the never bet on the Eagles train.
So this is also my best bet of the week.
My best bet, I gotta go with the Packers -5.5. Well, Thomas, we weren't feeling the consensus episode, but 3-1 with our best bets hitting ain't too bad, man. We had a pretty good weekend, and I think it was a great way to end the regular season in a week that was full of nonsense with quarterbacks getting pulled, questionable coaching decisions. Week 17 is rough for the public usually, and we made it out on top. So looking ahead to the Super Wild Card weekend, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this weekend. The only thing I don't like is the name of the Wild Card weekend now. It's called the Super Wild Card weekend. I don't know who came up with this. I know, there's some games going on Nickelodeon this weekend, so maybe a 5 or 6-year-old came up with this.
I mean, yeah, you never know nowadays. I mean, they got this website where they're going to have the 5 and 6-year-olds giving picks. And I couldn't believe when I heard it, but apparently they're going to give them reward points that they can use to buy things. I don't know if they buy real gifts or like real prizes, whatever, or like just on the website. But they've got kids giving picks. They're going to be picking between a pony and a bird, and it's ridiculous. They're getting 5 and 6-year-olds hooked on gambling. Right out of the gate, I can't believe this is insane.
Well, actually, I have a nephew. He's about 4 years old. So maybe if he's of age for Nickelodeon gambling, I can just use him as my figurehead and just, take whatever these kids got, some nice backpacks, whatever they're giving away, and give it to my nephew.
Honestly, you might as well. Let's see if we can parlay, and we'll parlay the stuff and see if we can get, like you said, hey, I forgot to get you a Christmas present, or hey, it came late, whatever it is. Whatever you come up with, we can find a way to get a nephew or niece or whatever else you got lying around there, some gift. But enough of that, enough of the kids and that cartoon effects that they're doing. If you want to learn more, you go Google it. But what we should be doing is following us on Instagram and Twitter at Action Talk Bets. And you guys should be turning on your notifications for our Instagram, Twitter, and our YouTube, because we give picks and we give them early. Lines move. Bad beats happen. So stay tuned in. All right, sorry. Let me keep it concise. Moving forward, Thomas, we've got a limited slate. We usually like slinging out 16 picks and whatnot, but let's give our best against the spread picks. My favorite one of the day is right off the bat, Bills -7. How you feeling about this one?
Yeah, I actually woke up this morning because I have a sickness in my head, and I got it at 6.5. So I got it at 6.5. I still like it at 7, but 6.5, that half a point, is the difference if it's a 7-point game. So I really like the Bills to just outright win this game and cover. Josh Allen has been unbelievable. He looked great in the first half against the Dolphins, who, they were trying. They weren't giving up. Like, that was their game to, get into the playoffs, and he dominated. Stephon Diggs led the league in receiving yards this year, and he's great. I mean, I liked him on the Vikings, and I like him on the Bills, especially with Josh Allen. And I'm not gonna lie, I put $10 on them to win the Super Bowl just today. It was plus 700, and I thought that was still good value on a team that's peaking at the right time.
Yeah, honestly, I adore the Chiefs. I just don't think this is the year that they're going to finish it off. I got a feeling that Bills or Ravens are going to be holding that Lombardi at the end of the year. I don't see an NFC team winning. I love Aaron Rodgers as a player. But I don't know, man. The Bills, like you said, plus 700, that's a lot of value for such a great team, well coached. The only problem there is they don't have a strong running game other than Josh Allen. So we'll have to see what they do. But they're going against a Colts team this week, and that is pretty fraudulent. They beat up on the bad teams, and they don't really compete too well with the good teams. I mean, you saw them blow that lead against the Steelers, and hell, I think the Steelers are a fraudulent team too. So definitely laying the points here, the Bills. I trust them a lot. So that's my favorite against the spread pick of the day. My second one, Bears plus 9.5. Okay, I just think this is way too many points for such a good defense going against Drew Brees, who really can't go vertical. I think this pass rush can keep him under wraps. What do you think here, Thomas?
Yeah, I do like the Bears here too at 9.5. I actually think that they have a shot to win this game. And 9.5 points is a lot. It might even go up, honestly. I'm just going to wait to bet on this just to see kind of how the line moves. But I'm on your side. I like the Bears, 9.5 points you're getting. That's not my favorite bet. My favorite is the Bills, 6.5. But I do like the Bears to cover this game for sure.
Absolutely. And I think it's even worth, if you want to grab it today for some reason, by half a point, might as well, just in case it's a 10-point game for some odd reason. But I do like this game, this spread. I think it's too much. And I do agree with you. I think it's better to wait because I do think that after this beatdown that we just saw the Saints give and how overpowering they are and how they just show they didn't need running backs to score, it might move up. So hold off. Let's see if it goes up to double digits. Hopefully we've got this like 11.5. I bought a couple points, got it at 11. So I like that pick a lot. But what do you got for me, Thomas? Tell me, what are you feeling? What's something you're slamming this weekend?
So the Bills is my favorite, like I said, and my second favorite would be the Steelers minus. I got it again. I got it at a different number. I think it's at 4.5 right now, but I got it at 3.5. I just don't think I think the Browns are overrated. They struggled against Mason Rudolph and Josh Dobbs getting in there and running the ball. They really squeaked that out just to get in the playoffs, and it might be a hard task for them to beat the Steelers on the road. I think after seeing, I saw the footage of the guys celebrating after the game, and it's like they won the Super Bowl. Like, you guys haven't been there since 2002. You guys were kids. You're younger than me, and I remember that game. Tim Couch didn't even start in it was gosh damn it, who was it? It was I can't think of it off the top of my head. I know who it was, but yeah, these guys don't even know what it's like to be in this situation. And the Steelers, time and time again, they're in the playoffs. They haven't been in there in a while, but Mike Tomlin's won Super Bowl, so 3.5 points. It's too easy to lay that.
I'm a Steelers fan, so obviously not betting against them with Roethlisberger under center. Took them plus 10 last week. That was great. Excellent. I don't know if I can roll with that spread, though. Definitely just roll with the money line. This one, you're going to put a good amount of penny on this one, or coin, whatever the expression is. Going to put a good amount of coin on this one. But yeah, I don't know if I can roll that minus 4.5. Obviously, I'm not betting against them. I'm not going to plus 4.5. I want them to score 100, but yeah, I'm not. I'm treading lightly in that game. I will, of course, tease them down to 2.5. I'll mess around with the spread a little bit, but money line pick is mine here, man. What else you got for me, man? What else is on your mind? Like,
I also so we can move to like stay away games.
Oh no, I need because we had a good week in week 17, man. Let's sling out some money.
Okay, I mean, I like the Titans, man. I like them to win outright. If you want to be safe and get that 3.5 points, I know these numbers are constantly moving, but I think they win this game outright. Derrick Henry, in my opinion, should be the MVP. I don't care how great of stats Aaron Rodgers had this season. Derrick Henry has like over 800 more yards rushing than the third leading rusher in the NFL. That's insane. He's got like 18 more rushing touchdowns than total teams have rushing touchdowns. This guy has been a monster this entire season. And I said a couple weeks ago that this guy had a chance to break Eric Dickerson's record, and he came up all very, very close to this thing. And, I think he deserves this MVP, but it's such a quarterback-driven league, and Rodgers has 48 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, so he's going to win it. But this guy has been so good, and I don't think the Ravens are going to be able to stop him. I know Earl Thomas isn't out there to get stiff-armed this season, but they've had the Ravens number for the last 2 years, and I think Lamar Jackson is just going to struggle again in a big game. You always see him beat up on the bottom of the league, and that's fun to watch. It's fun to watch him against the Bengals. It is. I'm sorry. It's fun to watch him against the Texans and all these garbage teams. It would have been great to watch him against my Vikings this year. He would have torched us for 300 yards passing and 100 yards rushing. But, when it comes down to the fact, I got to go with Tannehill in Derrick Henry. You saw your boy just won you so much money off that dime of a pass to A.J. Brown. Dude, this team is – defense is a suspect, but this offense knows how to win. They've been in so many shootouts this year, winning such close games. I'm confident that they get this done.
Well, I do like that number at plus 3.5. I think Ravens win this one, though, because, that's my pick to win the Super Bowl. I think they go all the way. So I don't know if they win by 4 or more. I definitely like Titans at plus 3.5, and I think you got to grab that now because there's only going to be more and more conversation about this and how, they actually have a chance because of what they've done the past couple of years. And I wouldn't doubt if game day it's either a pick 'em or I wouldn't doubt if even the Titans are favored. I know it sounds crazy when this number's at plus 3.5, but there have been some vicious swings, and I wouldn't doubt if this one moves, like I said, towards a pick 'em at least. So, yeah, I would definitely grab the Titans at plus 3.5. This is my favorite teaser play of the day for sure. Like 6 point, 7 point, 10 point, 13, whatever you want to do with the Titans. This is my absolute favorite teaser play of the day. Like, whatever you want to do with it, like I said, 2-team teaser to 10-team teaser. I love, love, love the points you're getting the Titans. Too much value with, like you said. Tannehill playing well, Derrick Henry dominating. This is his season right here. This part of the year, this is his.
I might just have to go to Burger King. I don't even know if they're open down here, and just get one of those crowns. Like, the crowns you used to get when you were a kid and you were going to Burger King? If they win, I'm going to go try to find me a Burger King crown so I can wear it after we get this victory this weekend. But another game I like that I know you're not on my side. I don't think about this one. The Bucks line is up to -8, and I think that I think they just win outright and cover this game. I'm not confident that Alex Smith is going to be able to throw for over 200 yards against this defense. The Bucks have a really good rush defense, and Tom Brady is on fire at the end of the season. He's been looking so great. Everybody the whole year said, "Oh my God, Tom Brady, he's washed up. It's over. He's 43. He needs all these weapons to be great." And he has some crazy numbers. I don't want to have all the numbers up because I'm not going to read through all that crap. But he has had a better end of the season than Patrick Mahomes, all these guys. If you really do look at the numbers, he has had the last 4 weeks, he has had better numbers than Patrick Mahomes and all these young cats that are almost 20 years younger than him. And I just think that AB is clicking at the right time. I know Mike Evans is a little dinged up, but I'm not worried about them. They have so many weapons, as you know, and as everybody else knows. And I just don't think the Washington football team has enough weapons to keep up. Logan Thomas has been a nice story, nice in PPR fantasy leagues, but this isn't PPR fantasy leagues. This is the playoffs, and they're not getting out of it's at home, but they're not getting out of their own city with a win.
It's weird because this morning I grabbed it at $6.5, -6.5, and I liked it. Now that's up to 8. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to lean Washington, and I'm not gonna grab it yet because obviously that gives me very little.
You're winning, bro. You're winning right now. You got it at -6. It's up to 8.
Right. My favorite thing right now is, and I know it's soft, but I'll get an alternate line, maybe closer to what I got it, or even lower than that. I like doing alternate line parlays, or I'll just throw in that -450. I don't see the Bucks losing. So to me, this weekend I'm loving just throwing a good amount of money on like Bills money line, Bucks money line, Steelers money line, and like Saints money line, or I'm thinking maybe alternate line of the Bears, maybe grab them at like +18 or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And just throwing or like 50 on that easy, and that's probably gonna be a good return. I don't know what it is, but just straight money line parlay, not even sweat lines. Like I hate watching games and worrying about a spread. I really do. Like there's nothing worse than like, all right, they're gonna score another touchdown. Oh man, like I was watching the Titans, so like I was happy the money line, the future. I had a great future hit. All division winners had 7 divisions right, so I won a stack. Beautiful, whatever. But I also had the -7 for a parlay that was going to win 700.
Don't let the IRS know how much money you won.
Oh, true. I was like, why is he shushing? Is there like someone sleeping? And I was like, what the hell was that? Anyway, but I was watching the -7 because I could have won like another like 600, 650, whatever it was, and then didn't cover. Whatever. It was like a bittersweet moment. It was great, but I don't know. I just hate sweating that. So, like I said, sorry for the long rant. I'm gonna lay out $50 at least on that moneyline parlay that I just said because that's that. Sorry guys, if wow 50, that's too little. Some guys are like on $100 scale. Well, screw that, I'm not on $100 scale. I'm not like that either. I mean, I hit good last weekend. I made some money, but no, 50 is good enough.
The thing is, you don't have to bet $100 a play to make a lot of money. And if you do, if you put $100 on one bet and it loses, you're out $100. You better diversify, allocate your money properly. T-shirts coming soon. They're available. We just got to post a link. But yeah, you don't have to put that much money to make a lot of money. That's overrated and stupid. But also, I just remembered I saw this that Chase Young, when he was coming off the field, was saying, "Oh, I want Tom Brady. Tom Brady. He's coming to Tom Brady. Like I want Tom Brady." And he was running off the field after the win last night. And I was just thinking to myself, man, like I've played sports before on pretty good teams, and you know that look ahead of that team that you couldn't beat or that player that's so much better than, you know, somebody on your team, and you think, hey, no, our team's good. We can take this guy down, but you play against him and he's just another animal. Like I don't know. I'm sure you've had that before in sports, playing and even growing up. And I just think that this guy has no idea what he's in store for. And I think Tom Brady's going to just slice these guys up. And, I mean, Chase Young might get a sack because he's like a robotic, bionic freak, the Terminator. He's the most physically gifted freak I've seen since, like, Adrian Peterson, you know. And I just don't think this guy knows what he's in store for.
Yeah, I know the Bucs are going to win. I don't know. The Alex Smith at quarterback with his weapons, they're able to get rid of the ball quick. They can keep it close. They can keep the time of possession. I don't know.
The weapons are the weapons might be the weapons are probably the worst weapons, if you can even call them weapons, in the playoffs right now.
I like Antonio Gibson and Terry McLaurin. Logan Thomas is pretty good.
Better than who?
Oh,
I mean. No, I'm saying in the playoffs right now. In the playoffs right now, is there a worse receiving core, running back, tight end combination in the playoffs?
No, it is the worst. But do they not make the most of it?
In the NFC East, yes. They make the most of it in the NFC East. Yeah, I don't
know. Eight's a lot, man. Eight's a lot. I got 6.5, so I mean, I sound like a hypocrite, but it's starting to creep up there where it's like, I don't know, it's starting to feel a little weird, in my opinion.
It's a lot, but I think that this is a spread that you think, oh, I'm going to take Washington because, you know, home field. Tom Brady hasn't been good in prime time.
You know. Yourself, bro. You said it last week. You're like, I don't want to face Washington in January. You don't want to go against that.
Yeah, but then I saw how bad and how pathetic they had to beat a team that was clearly tanking last night. And not to date us, but, you know, this is on Monday, but, you know, a team that was dead in the water that just wants a better draft pick that could barely handle. How the hell are they going to handle Tom Brady and this offense where they're firing on all cylinders? And I don't care. You could say, yeah, they played the Atlanta Falcons. They barely beat the Atlanta Falcons, or they struggled against the Atlanta Falcons for the most part of the game. Well, you know who else struggled against them in Kansas City? The Kansas City Chiefs. They struggled. Matt Ryan gave them all that they had. And if it wasn't for, you know, some Mahomes magic at the end of the game, that was in the Falcons' grasp the entire game. So, you know, the Falcons aren't a great team, but other good teams have struggled against them.
All right. Well, I think we spent a good amount of time on that. I'm done with that. I'm going to give a parlay that I really like. All right.
Oh, wait. Before we go to that, what about Seattle? I think that this line is a stay away for me.
Absolutely.
Just because I don't know who's going to be playing quarterback as of right now, as of Monday. Don't know who's going to be playing quarterback. And
4.5 is very weird.
Yeah, 4.5's weird, especially with the Rams having such a good defense.
I have it as a 4-point game in Seattle's favor. So I'm waiting to see what the line does. I think it's gonna be a 4-point game. So I want it at like 2.5 if that can possibly happen. Maybe. Let's see. Hopefully. I don't know. It's probably gonna move towards Seattle's favor, I think, though, just because Jared Goff coming off of an injury on his hand, that's not good for your quarterback. So I can only imagine, what's going to happen in this line. But definitely stay away. Plus 4.5, very weird number. I'm not saying it's going to be absolutely a 4-point game. That 4.5 is weird for me. Definitely stay away. I don't like that line at all. Very fishy for me, especially like if John Walford is starting. I don't know. Everything's weird about this game, man. The total, the spread. I'm just rolling with Seahawks money line and throwing that into some parlays.
Yeah, dude. So hit up your parlay. Let's see it.
Okay, so I was thinking about just doing alternate line on the Bills minus 5.5, Ravens money line, bought some points with the Bears plus 11, and Steelers money line. Put that all together plus 532. It's pretty good, man. I don't know what other return on your investment you want, but 5-1 odds is good enough for me.
Yeah, that's good. Like I said, I like the Bills and the Steelers against the spread a lot this week. For some reason, I get really freaking greedy. Like I'm the guy from Wall Street, and I just start adding. I'm like, oh, I like these two teams. These are my favorite against the spread. And then I just start getting greedy and start plugging in another team that I'm not really confident in and not confident in, and that ends up, then I don't win anything. So what I've been doing is just doing two-team parlays lately. So I really like the Bills in the Steelers. Bills minus 6.5. I got it at. Don't know what you guys are going to get it at. And I got the Steelers at 3.5. And that's plus 250. So that's pretty good if that hits. Put some money on that. And then I haven't really decided on, I'm going to do a straight up, like all money line. So my picks on that are the Bills, Seahawks, excuse me, Bills, Seahawks, Bucks, Titans, Saints, and Steelers, all on the money line.
I agree with you on everything except the Titans game. That's what like I said, my Ravens are my pick, but I am going to be messing with Titans spread, so I will be able to hedge. But I agree with you on all those other ones. I think it's going to be a chalky week. The only teams that I think are really on upset alert are the Saints, because Chicago's defense can really come out and play. It's everyone's 0-0. I don't care what they did in the regular season. I don't care how bad they looked. And Mitch Trubisky is dynamic. He's got legs, so I'm scared of them. And my Steelers, I know you're confident at minus 4.5. I'm really not. I'm rolling with the money line because I'm a fan, but we could get upset, man. I'm really concerned. We'll see what happens with Ben. Hopefully that bye week did him good, but I am concerned. So I think Steelers and Saints are on upset alert. Tread lightly, in my opinion, on those games.
Yeah, I'm 100% on you with the Bears. I got the Steelers at 3.5, so up at it's a point, but I got it at 3.5, so I still like that. My other upset is the Titans. I just think they have the Ravens number, and maybe this could be a mental thing with Lamar Jackson playing in big games, and until he wins a big game, and he could this weekend because they're hot, but I'm still gonna roll with the Titans. I just think Tannehill and Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown, man, that offense is so good. It's so dynamic. It's not one-dimensional like most of the season that the Ravens has been. So I really like that plus 170. And the Bears are I just think when I looked at the slate, man, and I was like, I like all the favorites. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. All the favorites aren't going to win. That never happens. Give me a break. So I was just saying, and I thought to myself, I like the Titans. And then I was just like, who else out of those teams could win? I was like, I just think the Browns are overrated. Could, like I said before, could barely beat Dobbs and Rudolph. And I was like, the Bears are interesting just because they didn't have the Saints didn't have their running backs. Kamara's probably going to be back to be able to play, but the Saints have struggled in their home arena the last couple playoff series. Lost to the Vikings, lost to the Rams. Like, I don't know, man. It could be bad juju for them doing that bounty gate back in the day.
And that's with fans. So, I mean, even less home field advantage to your point now, or even less, reason to fear them when they're at home now. So that's that. Yeah, the Saints I'm not convinced. I don't think, the past couple of years, Drew Brees he's just been declining and he's just crumbling.
Yeah.
He's old already. So, he's trying to ride off in the sunset of the Super Bowl. Good luck to him. I don't think he covers the spread. Definitely slamming that plus 9.5. And I think he's on upset alert. I'm treading lightly. What is that face? Why are you grimacing?
Because I'm just thinking, dude, like plus 350 to just win one playoff game. Like you have to.
Hey, whoa. You gotta brag because last year in the playoffs, you were just underdog, fucking slapping everything. Like,
well, that's what Mark is referring to. Is I didn't really call it the entire week, but last hour of the time to put in your bets, I was like, the Vikings are winning this game in New Orleans, and I parlayed that.
Dogs.
They were like 7.5 points.
Yeah, they were like plus 260 or something.
265 or something.
Yeah, you gotta give some context here. You gotta build it up. You parlayed it with what?
But people should know that the degenerates that are watching, they should know how big of underdogs they were. So I bet that straight up. I think I put 50 or 70 on that straight up. And then I had some extra money in my account. And I was just like, you know what? Let me parlay that same game with the Titans to beat the Ravens. And that was the following week. That was a different, that was wild card. I think the Vikings played on Sunday, and then the Titans already won on the Saturday. So the lines were already open. I was like, oh, my gosh, like this is perfect. And now they were big underdogs, too. They were like they might have been plus 300, honestly. It might have been. And I think I put $10 on that. And that was like I don't even remember how much it paid out, like 115 or 120, something crazy. And, these games aren't chalky. Like there's going to be upsets, and we just are trying to find out where the value is. And plus 350 is insane for how shaky in my opinion, the Saints looked against the Vikings. I know their offense went up and down the field, but if I was a quarterback and you were the running back or receiver, me and you could go up and down the field against the Vikings defense this season. That's just a fact. So I think that 350 is just way too much. Like just put $5 on that. Just put $5 on it, or get crazy, put $5 on it, and with the Titans parlay that. I'm doing that for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely throwing that in with my money line plays. Like I said earlier, all those money line picks. Throwing the Bears just to add some value to it. Love the Bears this week. I love the number, and plus 350. You definitely got to throw. I'm throwing $20 on that at least, and different. Maybe a $10 single bet, and then $5 parlay. Two plays. That's about it.
Just allocate the money properly. You did it last week. You've been doing it. You've been sticking to the game plan, and don't put all your money on one bet. That's a waste. Just a total waste.
You gotta diversify your portfolio, just like in stocks, man. AYMP. There you go. And man, I don't know why. Like I said, I think the Browns can really upset the Steelers. So if you're looking for an underdog parlay, might be worth throwing the Browns in there too at plus 180. I mean, that's pretty solid. I wouldn't doubt if that line moves up and they get to plus 200. So if you want to get crazy, little $5 bet, Titans. You said, I'm sorry. We have Browns, Titans, and Bears. That's juicy right there. I mean, just $5. I mean, hell, someone's got to have free player bonus somewhere and be able to throw $5 on that. You know what I mean? Just to mess around. That's a little bit.
And, the underdogs hit last year, and there's more games this year. So, just more opportunity.
Super wild card weekend. Now people are going to get super fucked. All the people betting on the favorites and chalky shit. Everyone's going to get super fucked. But no, I think those money line favorites are good. I will say I'm trading lightly with Seattle, Ravens, and the Steelers, actually. Just because Seahawks and Rams, both those teams, along with the Eagles, screwed me all year. When I bet with them, they burned me. When I bet against them, they burned me. Just never figured those teams out. So I personally am staying away from the Rams Seahawks, and I don't like the Steelers game too much. I don't know. There's not much value in minus 220. I'm hoping the line moves towards the Browns, but it's probably going to move in our favor. So unless the Steelers line moves down, that's really just a teaser play for me to hope the Steelers make it and don't have to worry about covering. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Action Talk. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Action Talk Bets, and don't forget to like and subscribe below.